What's up? Good day, good people. Today is Thursday, January 4th, 2018. Today's Oculatum is ask of the traveled to know well the voyage. Ask of the traveled to know well the voyage. Ask of the traveled to know well the voyage. Ask of the traveled to know well the voyage. Ask of the traveled to know well the voyage. Ask of the traveled to know well the voyage. Ask of the traveled to know well the voyage. It makes a lot of sense, especially in these times. I wrote a letter to who was in office in 1996. Where's my book? I had so many questions. I'm asking, what is it all about? Why is everything about debt and people being in debt and debt being the status quo? In 1996. And I wrote a lot of different people on different things. And I was naive to think that maybe they would tell me, why is everybody just paying? And the other side is just collecting. Why do cars go faster than the speed limit? I'm asking if anybody would know. You know so much, like, what's up? So what I got back was a form letter, which I still have. That probably gets sent to everybody who writes. And my letter was like 10 pages. I'm really like, thinking there's going to be some truth and transparency, and there still has not been. And all I feel is bullied by bills. Bullied. Because that's all they're like. I don't want to produce. I'm a value producer, but I don't want to just produce just to pay bills, even though some resources is effing free, and then they out here with stadiums. Am I paying for the stadium? Because what's going on here? And I didn't even participate in the shenanigans. You know what the shenanigans are. The spending of the money at the end of the year to up the bottom line for the year end. Don't play with me. I didn't even participate. And it still don't matter. Because guess what? You still got to do whatever the fuck they say you got to do. And if you don't, guess what? You're the one in trouble. Even though they're the ones jacking. Do that make sense? It really don't make sense to me. But, guess that's what it is. Anyone who's already doing something, let's put it in a trade sort of sense. Someone who knows about business may be able to tell you about that business. And being that I am not interested in the business of jacking nobody for any reason under any circumstance, then I was talking to the wrong puppet. I really don't prefer to have conversations with puppets. I like free thinkers who have minds of their own. And that's what comes into the research by request. When I was in school for my master's, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, the DSM-5. It was the 4, and they changed it while I was still in school. The most commonly diagnosed are mood disorders and anxiety. And if there's anything in the DSM that anyone is interested in learning about, the characteristics, not for you to self-assess and diagnose, but for you to maybe could be like, are you feeling these ways? And there's a scale by which you're measured your functionality, and you get a number with your diagnosis. Okay, they have neurodevelopmental disorders, schizophrenia, spectrum, and other psychotic disorders, bipolar and related disorders, depressive disorders, anxiety disorders, obsessive compulsive and related disorders, trauma and stressor related disorders, dissociative disorders, somatic symptom and related disorders, feeding and eating disorders, elimination disorders, sleep-wake disorders. You see a key word here, disorders. Sexual dysfunctions, gender dysphoria, disruptive impulse control and conduct disorders are common as well. Substance-related and addictive disorders also common. Neurocognitive disorders, personality disorders, paraphilic disorders, and other mental disorders. Medication-induced movement disorders and other adverse effects of medication. Other conditions that may be a focus of clinical attention. Assessment measures, cultural formulation, alternative DSM-5 model for personality disorders, conditions for further study, highlights of changes from DSM-4 to DSM-5, which we had to do a paper on, I do believe, or some type of... Okay, glossary of technical terms, glossary of cultural concepts of distress, alphabetical listings of DSM-5 diagnosis and codes, numerical listing of DSM-5 diagnosis and codes. All right, these are all, I don't know if y'all would really care about these, but whoever is ever diagnosed, they're diagnosed from this. And I know a lot of people may not like seek counseling or therapy, and that's okay. But at least if you're aware and you know what you may be feeling and that you're not alone, and if you ever need someone to talk to reach out. It's okay. That's all I can really say, other than stay strong. Times is hard, it's a struggle, but keep your head up, keep your hopes up, keep your spirits up, keep rising and keep shining. Okay? Have a good day.